When we talk about the cultures of Southeast Asia, which ones come to mind? Well, perhaps Singapore, Malaysia, Thailand for sure, but what about Southern India? Stick around, I'll explain. I'm Thomas Robson, and this is Entree to Asia. You don't have to be here for very long before you realize that India, southern India in particular, has had a strong influence on the cultures of Southeast Asia. Now in Malaysia, it's most apparent in the food, especially when it comes to snacking. We thought we would explore the city and see the sights and sounds around Kuala Lumpur. We dined al fresco, having a little bite of this and a little bite of that from the stalls and small restaurants wherever we went. In short, KL is a great city for sightseeing, but also a real paradise for partaking in any number of tasty treats. Malays are very lucky. They can find almost anything on the street, even a variety of cold drinks and snacks served over shaved ice any time of the day. Roti canai is a traditional Indian flatbread popular at breakfast with hot tea. Another version is filled with egg and other ingredients. It's called murtabak. These popular flatbreads are cooked on a hot griddle and then eaten plain or spread with sweetened condensed milk. In another option, the roti canai is chopped up and then doused with a mild curry, comfort food at its best. Hot coffee, Ovaltine, and tea are served milky and sweet. Real aficionados insist that the tea be pulled or poured from one cup to another in order to make it frothy. This guy is an expert. Traditional chapati must be carefully rolled to a uniform thickness in order to ensure that they will puff up like a balloon when cooked. It takes practice to be able to regulate the heat and the timing of the cooking to make perfect chapati.
Jacques Lemay, artistic director and producer of the opening ceremonies for the Victoria Commonwealth Games.
Next one, 3, line up. Who's 3? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 3.
For 2 years, he's worked to knock the world off its feet. Today's the day. 4,000 performers and a little good weather will make it happen or not.
We got major problems. I mean, we haven't started one thing.
There are a lot of artistic directors in the country, and they work in different milieux. Not that many work in outdoor spectacles made for television.
This is the most ambitious project any of us have attempted, I think, on this scale.
I want you to feel proud. Hopefully, you know, we'll have a few goosebumps and a tear in your eye and the little, you know, heartstring being pulled.
But at this moment, no one, not even Jacques Lemay, knows for sure whether the magic will happen. Half an hour from now, he'll have the answer, and so will you. This is all that led up to that moment.
7 and 1. All right.
Jacques Lemay was a hero back in 1988 when he staged the opening ceremonies for the Calgary Olympics.
In our business, people say, well, you're only as good as your last gig. What's at stake for me personally? Obviously, your reputation. We're late in the south. Dancers, get off.
So the pressure is on Lemay to create a spectacle for Victoria that outshines not only Calgary, but the memories of Barcelona and Lillehammer as well.
One of the most challenging things is, and this is peculiar to all of these events, is to get the performers to understand the scope of the event, not only of the physical production, but the fact that you have 700 million people watching, the fact that there will be international security and heads of states from all around the world.
You will not eat.
What does he think might hold the hearts of those millions of restless viewers? Enormous props, 12 meters high, brought to life by dozens of volunteers. Fragile, intricate, temperamental.
Our biggest concern is ultimately the weather. Wind, high gusts of wind, because we use a lot of fabric in the show. That's a concern.